happy to be home and be here with you. We just flew in today after a 2-week stay in Florida. We just had an amazing opportunity to fly down, see family and friends. I was presented with the opportunity to decorate someone I love very much, her house. So we kind of went through and did an overhaul of her house, being resourceful with the items she had. Buying things new. There was certain steps I always try to follow with each room, and overall it's going to be a lot of before and afters for you because we were really scattered, trying to accomplish one thing and then go to the other and be efficient because there was not a lot of time. So I wish I would have had more process, but there's a little bit of that. I'll be explaining the whys and the hows and what we did to make some upgrades and changes. And we just got to fish, go to a theme park, and make the best of the rest of our trip after the work was done. So super blessed. Just so excited to get this content out to you. It's gonna be good. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. So my friends here have a decent sized ranch style home, and this is where you walk in some French doors right into a laundry mudroom area. They have established this with some amazing cabinetry, and overall my goal was to make a statement with this wall. This is what you're greeted with when you come in. So we decided because the refrigerator was there, we couldn't do anything with depth. We decided to go wallpaper. So this shiplap wallpaper from Lowe's was quite a tricky install. We realized the first bits of the rolls lined up well after you cut and started with the second run. It was a little tricky to get everything lined up, but we made it work, and look at the impact as you're walking in the door. We simplified some of those areas like the trash cans and the old shoe storage because they have so much amazing storage. We were able to restock the cabinets with those items or get rid of things, and now this is just a nice welcoming area to come into for their guests. And these are her favorite rugs she found at Home. Creates a little bit of that geometric, that's her favorite, and a little bit of aesthetic here with this accent wool. The husband kind of laughed at this laundry sign. He's like, wow, you're just affirming this is a laundry room. Yes, it was cute, and it was affordable at Walmart. So we rehung this beautiful map of their travels of the US and moved in this bench from another room of the house, all of which completed the space so nicely. Walking into the main living, you are greeted with this giant, beautiful dining room table. This is actually how we met this couple, over this wood that they had their table built with. And it's definitely a statement, but it needed new seating. So you can see here, they have a really cozy upholstered captain's chair and these simple streamlined stool going all along the long side. So we kind of created that, standard seating with the captain seating on the end. We had not a lot of room from the peninsula island area to the counter, so these slid in nicely. There's a little controversy with all these stool choices, but overall, it was an upgrade from these because they were tired, and she just needs these to last so many more years to raise up them boys, and these will do. So the price point was reasonable. They're cleanable. Was a great upgrade. She had this cute little arrangement given to her in a condensed little vase that was chrome and all that, and I went to Walmart, found this adorable white vessel, and just made that arrangement a little more full. With this table being so large, she used to have items strewn throughout the countertop and always was having to straighten and adjust. So we just created that length with the runner and did a centerpiece with the Lazy Susan, just incorporating the basics, napkins and salt and pepper. And I just love these mason jar pendants. I didn't really have a before of the kitchen. Honestly, there's quite a few changes made here. To simplify the laundry room, we went ahead and removed her dishwasher to go ahead and make a place for her trash can and recycling. She never used it and always hand washes, so it made sense for this family to make this change. The husband and I worked to create a false panel in the back and polyurethane that area, so it was a nice finished area for cleanability around the cans, so she didn't have to walk out of the kitchen to throw things away or have extra cans around for convenience. She already had a few of these white ceramic pieces to the left side of this cabinet, and I went to a vintage store and found this white pitcher, added ivy they had from a construction job. I stacked up a few additional serving pieces I found in her cabinetry along with more greenery, and it all just looks so cohesive, buying only one new item to make this happen. She used to have a valance resting on top of the cabinets here just to kind of soften this area up, and when she removed it to reveal this little gem of a sconce, I was so excited, so she compromised with me to keep that. We simplified the countertops, bought a crock for her dish brushes, and we're trying to find that balance between aesthetics and function. I think every kitchen should have a little lamp. I got this for $10 from Walmart. It really cozies up this little corner, and we grounded the items on the microwave with an old cutting board. So here on the living room side of the main living area, we're starting off with this TV console. I went ahead and painted their wire hider, that black board there, the wall color, just to have it blend in. Simplified the items on their little console here. Went ahead and added some pictures of the boys to make some of these items she wanted to incorporate more purposeful. Love the little bit of greenery and how that is finished off. We went ahead to keep this large portrait that they love so much. We had to raise it up because they got new couches that were much higher than their previous. So it looked like it was resting on the couches. So we went ahead and pulled that up 6 inches and added curtains. This left side is 1 panel, the right side is 2. You can see how much fuller it was. It made a huge difference. So with just raising that portrait and adding these curtains, removing the extra items off the wall, it just simplified this area and made it so cozy. She added this blanket ladder all on her own. We didn't find a pot stand for that plant yet, but the rug choices and these cozy little pillows really neutralize this area, kind of modernize it. I love the way this is finished off. These 95-inch high curtains was the deal breaker. Raising your curtains up is the answer to adding height and luxury. The family just recently went from a nice light green wall to painting their whole house in this nice grayish tone. We're going to go ahead and work on this console table. They haven't hung anything up yet on the walls. Everything is sat here and available for me to use. I went ahead and found this round mirror with the cute hardware from At Home. The picnic baskets and that live plant were resting on the floor to the right of the console, stacked on one another. And I loved that grouping, but I decided to simplify and add it to the console just because that plant is high impact, stacked on those books to create a little bit of height. I went ahead and used a lot of their personal items here on the bottom. I incorporated the greenery, and this is the only grouping of things that I really bought new. A little lamp always cozies things up with the layered effect of the vase and that art piece. I think this area was voted the family's favorite update to their living room. It really came out nice. This is their drink station that they had custom signs made for. We didn't do much here. It honestly just speaks for itself. It is such a nice area to make coffee in the morning. I know this personally. So here's the main living at a glance. So let's go travel down the hallway. It's a little dark, but let's turn on those lights and see what we've done. Family photos have made their way to the walls, which was a huge accomplishment. We're still filling that left frame, add a little bit of art. This is actually a date piece I made for her like 10 years ago of all of the special dates for their family. So cute. And I went ahead and replaced a laundry sorter she had at the end of the hall. She found other areas for storage and repurposed it with this little piece at the end of the hallway just to draw your eyes to the end. I didn't do much in the main bath. I took this beach art from the guest bedroom and repurposed it here and just styled the shelves a little bit. I incorporated a little greenery, a functional stack of toilet paper, and this cute sign for the boys. Moving on to the guest room, this is a smaller room with a full-size bed in it. I went ahead and replaced that artwork to the bathroom. I removed one of these wood chairs, we only needed the one, and updated the curtains. We relocated this black bench to the laundry room entryway. And overall, I love the addition of this floor lamp just to cozy up that corner with this chair. The linen draperies were definitely an update. We did not end up raising that bar to the 95-inch length, but it still has such a nice finish. We incorporated this greenery that they got for free and added a nightstand to just accommodate guests, and customized this artwork above the bed. It used to be an old palm portrait. We printed out a picture of their property in Georgia and added this beautiful little cozy pillow. This guest room definitely has my stamp of approval. They are the best hosts. This is their youngest son's room at the end of the hall. You could see it's a blank slate. We did incorporate this desk we got for like $45 from At Home. Otherwise, the impact of just adding draperies, that's something I intended to do in every room, it was huge. We added the 84-inch length curtains with a nice bold color and added a cozy lamp to his desk, something masculine, and his cute smiley, and his custom bed. A friend who's a woodworker made this beautiful bed and gifted it to the family. It is so well made. It's got like a built-in dresser. It's the best. We went ahead and built this shelf for a towel in his bag and added this sign above the closet. I'm glad that we built this shelf. We found some wood in their shop and bought hooks from Hobby Lobby. Similar shelves to this at Home were almost $50. So that was a little bit of a savings. Added a little bit of his warrior gear and some artwork, and his room is definitely cozied up. All of this work took us less than a week to accomplish. I'd say the biggest task was this wallpaper wall. We did have to mud the wall because it was heavily textured and prime it to prepare for the wallpaper. Otherwise, it was a lot of assessing items. Why they were used the way they were. Why is this here? How do you use it? How can we make things better? This homeowner has a beautiful and tidy home. It's just that she's very functional. Things were out functionally. So I was there to help her assess the whys and see how we can take the function, hide it a little bit more, and display a little bit of pretty. And so the husband was like, oh my gosh, I love just the greenery. I would never have bought that, you know? So simple things like that just add so much coziness. So in every room, I try to add warmth, some layers with not adding too much stuff. Simple wall decor, adding height with draperies, incorporating greenery. Honestly, for a little while, I thought I was just wrecking their world. I was changing things, dirtying things, relocating things, and they were so flexible and wonderful. I've warned them I'm no interior decorator, but they have seen my videos and said, you're the one. We want you to come do this for us. And I'm just incredibly honored. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. Before my family flew in, I got to spend an awesome day with my dad and Cindy. That's my guy right there, and his Boyd. We went to some of her favorite little vintage shops and just enjoyed going out in search for greenery. We had a mission to make over her shelves in the evening I visited. She has so many beautiful items that she has curated and collected over the years. She has such a good eye for unique pieces. I myself have a little bit more of a less is more mentality. I like to keep things a little bit simple and more modern, but I was so enamored by this house and all these vintage unique pieces and all the items she had on display. It's never too much if it's things that you love and can manage well. Everything was dusted and kept. It was super impressive, honestly. So when she proposed to me, helping her make over her living room shelves, I gave her a little bit of homework. I asked her to assess the items that you see here on the shelves, take down the items she was no longer wanting up there, and we would go to town buying greenery, number one, to add to the shelves and simplifying. So you could see here what I've done on this left side of the shelf. I did like a 2-3-2 method. If it was a large item like that crate, I went ahead and kept it alone, and I would do 3 items or groupings, or 2 items, then 3 items, and it helps your eye focus on the items a little bit better with that extra white space. I started by emptying the shelves almost completely besides the large staple items, the wood crate, baskets, things like that were staples and even throughout the shelving on the left and right side. I went ahead and kept those in place. I then placed groupings of books to kind of balance out both on the left and the right side. And this right here has changed just a little bit because she had intended to buy another little vintage soup set at a shop that we stopped at, but she had so many beautiful pieces to work with without buying anything extra. So she had picked up this Hobby Lobby portrait, probably one of the newest items she has. I couldn't get over the amount of beautiful vintage books she owned, and she proudly has told me she's read them all, which is very impressive. So you'll see those placed throughout the shelves with some of the binding in and out. I love this little glass box, and I did buy this greenery specifically to place in this crock she already had. We filled this box with greenery after I had left, and she found this unique oval glass piece with greenery in it and a live plant to hang and drape off the shelf, but at a good height for maintenance. This guy right here is probably my favorite greenery piece. It's actually just an IKEA plant placed in this unique metal canister of sorts. This took me a few hours to accomplish, and overall I feel everything looks really balanced and pleasing to the eye. We made a few changes on that right hand side still, and there was so many items left over. Here is the reveal and final look of the shelves with the greenery included. She did the finishing touches on this shelf all on her own with the new soup bowls, and they're just lovely. Here's a before and after. And since I'm a home and decorating channel, why not show you the beach house we got to enjoy? This was the house kind of disassembled because this was after our stay where I cleaned my way out. But boy, it's colorful and fun. And she painted parrots on the walls in the bedroom, and my son said, "Oh, this person likes pigeons." It was just so cute. Anyway, Florida homes can be so fun. It makes me realize how boring that I am. So I just thought I'd share this little clip of our stay. Let me know what you liked most, and I look forward to connecting with you again.